How's it going, everybody? John Berrien here with Berrien Media, and I'm here with one of my dear clients, Dr. Roger Hall of Compass Consultation. Now, not only is he an amazing speaker and coach, but he's a great author as well. He just released his book, Staying Happy, Being Productive. It's just now on Amazon, correct?
That is correct.
Can you tell me a little bit about the book?
So the book is the product of my 25 years of working with successful people. I started to notice that they all had very similar habits, this small set of habits that they did, and people who weren't successful didn't have any of those habits. And then I read this book called Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. The first line is, "Every happy family is the same. Every unhappy family is unhappy in their own way." And it got me thinking that the habits of success and health are few. The habits of dysfunction are many. And so I started to look at the habits of all my successful people. I kind of distilled it down to about 10, which I call the Big 10 habits.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the Big 10 habits?
So successful people work on their sleep and rest. They're not burning the candle at both ends. They make time for recreation. They work on their love life. And that doesn't mean just, their love partner, but their kids, their siblings, their family. Their social life. Successful people work on their friendships. They work on their work life. They almost always love their work. They love their work, and the side effect is money. Right. It's not they're working for money. They work. Money is the side effect. And for some of them, it's a lot of money. The next thing is money life. They have a proper attitude and a proper way they interact with money. In terms of their nutrition, they put good fuel into their system. They get regular exercise. That's another one. And then they have a good spiritual life. Almost all of them are involved in some sort of traditional religious group. And the last one I'm going to talk about today, which is the first one in the book, is the most important, which is they first and foremost discipline how they think.
Huh.
They manage how they think, and they're able then to manage their emotions, manage their behavior, and then that's what helps them have successful lives.
So one of the biggest things it starts with to being happy and productive and successful is your thoughts.
Is your thoughts. So the old Stoic philosophers back from 2,500 years ago, Epictetus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, they all talked about the importance of controlling your thinking. It wasn't that you could control anything else in your life, but you could control how you think about it. And these guys were the foundation of a group in psychology called the cognitive behavior therapists. So a guy named Albert Ellis took their work and adapted it to the modern world. Shakespeare said something that summarizes the Stoic philosophy. It's in Hamlet. He said, "Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." And so we can all have these experiences, but they're neither good nor bad. They're how we think about them. So that's one of the fundamental habits of successful people.
Right, and how you perceive whatever situation may be happening to you. Like the glass is either half empty or half full.
That would be optimism versus pessimism. Yep.
And this all dictates your thinking in certain situations and can predicate or kind of predict the outcome of you being successful or happy.
Exactly. Happy and successful people first and foremost discipline their thinking, and almost everything else comes after that.
So for people out there that have trouble monitoring, managing their thinking and kind of disciplining it, what kind of advice would you give to help that?
So the first advice is an exercise I put in the book, which is called thought monitoring exercise. And there are 3 steps to it. The first is the monitoring phase. So you take your phone, you set an alarm every hour for 10 hours for a week. So like 7 in the morning to 5 at night, 8 in the morning to 6 at night. And when the alarm goes off, you take a little pad of paper and a pencil and you write down what's the thought that you had on the top of your head.
Huh.
And at the end of that week, you've got 70 observations. And at the end of the week, you open up your pad, you look through, and in almost every case I've assigned this to, people have always found a pattern. Well, there are 2 people who didn't, but that's an outlier.
Neither here nor there.
But almost everyone else has found a pattern. And so it's excessive guilt, it's excessive urgency, it's excessive anger, whatever it is, they start to see how these thoughts bubble up. Well, that's the most important part, is they've begun to monitor their thinking. The second And so the first is they see a pattern, but more important is that they learn the habit of being able to monitor their thinking.
I see.
So 70 practices in a week, you're kind of on your way. The second piece is thought stopping. So once those unproductive thoughts come into your head, you go, oh, there it is. I'm doing that again. You go, okay, cut that out.
You need to go.
Yeah. And then the third step is thought replacement, where you work with somebody that you know who knows you and loves you, who cares about you, a friend, a pastor, a relative, a coach, a therapist, and help come up with combating thoughts. So thoughts that are true, but better. So like if I have a thought and then I lie to myself.
Right, you don't replace it with a false thought.
You don't replace it with a false thought. You replace it with the truth based on evidence that then counteracts it. So those 3 steps are the first steps to mental discipline.
That's amazing. One little thing that I'm taking away from this is definitely don't practice this exercise when you're sleeping.
No, and don't write on your notepad when you're in the car.
Right, when you're driving as well. But that is a great way to start managing and monitoring your thinking, because a lot of people don't always dip into that stream of consciousness,
That
right?
sounds like something I would say.
Hey, I wonder where I got this from. You've been a client now, and it's paying off because I've been monitoring and managing my thinking. It works. And what you said, the steps to start doing that, if you're not already doing that, is amazing. Start to, like Dr. Roger Hall just said, 10 hours throughout the day. Every hour, top of the hour, put out your alarm. Whatever is in your head, just mark it down. And then you can start noticing that.
Right, and it's important that people don't think this has to be a journal or this has to be like some sort of long thing. It's like whatever was on the top of your head. So that guy's a jerk, write down that guy's a jerk.
Right.
Whatever you're thinking, write that down.
This is great. I might need more help in the figuring out how to combat the negative thoughts, so maybe that will be our next interview or maybe your next book.
Well,
perhaps?
it's in here.
Oh,
it's in here.
hey!
But my whole work is designed to help people combat those negative thoughts, to gather better evidence. There's another exercise in the appendix here that will help you to do that as well.
Well, this book, just that alone in itself will definitely help you or help somebody stay happy. And be productive. Yeah, because you're taking out those negative thoughts and getting them out there. For more information, more insights, you definitely got to go pick up this book by Dr. Roger Hall. It's on Amazon right now.
Soon to be on iTunes, soon to be on Audible, and also Kindle edition. So there you go.
It's coming. Staying happy, being productive. This is my signed copy. I don't know if you guys are going to sign one or not, but you definitely need to go pick up the book. Dr. Roger Hall, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John.
Awesome.